Welcome to Alvinsa Studio, where innovation meets architecture. Today we're excited to take you on a journey to the stunning port of Seville in Spain, to explore a groundbreaking project, the shipping container cruise terminal. Situated in the vibrant and historic port of Seville, this cruise terminal is a marvel of modern engineering, transforming repurposed shipping containers into a functional and stylish gateway for travelers. The Port of Seville required a new cruise terminal with a flexible, multi-purpose, expandable, easily removable and even removable character. This would allow it to adapt to the difficulty of forecasting the volume of passengers in the port and would not limit the possibilities of the valuable urban port space of the Muelle de las Delicias. It was proposed to solve the project through maritime containers. On the other hand, the place, next to the old town, demanded an object of architectural quality that promoted dialogue between the port and its urban environment. On-site work could only last 15 days, the maximum time between two consecutive cruise ships docking. The modular construction with recycled shipping containers would allow for work in the workshop, would ensure precision on site, and would ensure compliance with execution deadlines. The sustainable design of the terminal takes advantage of the constructive and plastic possibilities of the reused containers, adapting them to a specific environment and climate. The heat of the sun in Seville on the sheet metal envelope could turn the terminal into an oven. Bioclimatic strategies are therefore essential. Separate high-cube containers are arranged in parallel, and standard containers are placed over the space between them, the floor of which is cut and lowered to the height of the previous ones. Thanks to this, double heights are obtained that relieve the space and allow the hot air to be placed at the top by stratification. The openings according to the prevailing winds of the upper containers allow cross-ventilation that removes this heat accumulated in the upper part. The exterior white paint allows the reflection of up to 90% of the solar radiation, and its special composition with ceramic microspheres avoids its excessive heating. In order to achieve the large open hall that was needed despite the limitation in width of the containers, this space was designed transversely to them. The maximum possible gaps are opened in the side plate, but without compromising its structural stability both in its final phase and during its transport, assembly, and disassembly. The upper containers act as skylights. The lights and shadows generated as well as the structural metal studs make it possible to differentiate internally the different juxtaposed spaces of the containers, recalling on a smaller scale the succession of the traditional port ships. As the upper containers are separated from each other and project in flight towards the river, they are clearly recognized individually and receive the passenger arriving by boat. The lower floor, more massive, is depressed with respect to the height of the city. Separate skylights allow you to see both banks through them. Up close, they clearly show its nature as a shipping container. From the other bank, Los Remedios, they make up a low plinth-shaped base that does not compete with the regionalist architecture behind it. The doors that are removed from the upper containers are used inside. The original floors are also used once treated as finished pavement. The finishes do not attempt to hide the industrial details that allow the container to be recognized, giving the space an unmistakable personality. According to the locator plates of each of the 23 reused containers, it has covered 1,150,000 kilometers. This equals 3 times the journey from Earth to the Moon, or 29 times around the world. While the terminal is not being used by the port, it is rented to be used as an exhibition hall, as an event hall, or even as a concert space. Bureau 4, in collaboration with Mailstone Architects, have constructed the Seville Maritime Station to accommodate large passenger cruises. For this project, they've chosen to reuse maritime containers, creating a contemporary architecture that not only provides great utility and spatial qualification, but also adheres to criteria of sustainability, flexibility, and capacity for growth. Teamwork has been essential, with Bureau 4 and Hombre de Piedra leading the charge, alongside contributions from Tercera Piel Arquitectura and Construcciones Cabello. Together, they've tackled the project as a single, highly complex problem, which has enabled a high level of control over design, timelines, and costs. Thanks to comprehensive management, the project and construction were completed turnkey in just 2 months. The Port of Seville needed a new multi-purpose cruise terminal with a flexible nature that could adapt to the unpredictable number of passengers who could use it on a regular basis. On-site construction should have the ability to be extensible, mobile, having to solve its construction in 15 days, just in the space between 2 consecutive cruises. The Port Authority proposed the idea of using maritime transport containers. The location in the port, but near the historic center, was demanding an object of architectural quality that would dialogue with its urban environment. The modular construction with recycled shipping containers was mostly carried out in the workshop, ensuring with the precision of on-site work the guarantee of completing the works on time. The sustainable design of the terminal takes advantage of the constructive potential and plasticity of the reused containers, adapting them to a specific environment and climate. The heat of the sun in Seville on the metal envelope could turn the terminal into an oven. For them, bioclimatic strategies have therefore been essential. Thank you for joining us on this tour of the shipping container cruise terminal at the Port of Seville, Spain, brought to you by Alvinsa Studio. This innovative terminal exemplifies how modern design and sustainability can transform functional infrastructure into architectural landmarks. At Alvinsa Studio, we are dedicated to creating spaces that blend practicality with creativity, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in contemporary architecture. Stay tuned for more exciting tours and insights into groundbreaking projects that shape the future of design and engineering.